Guys, welcome to Plumbing with Tim. Today we're on location at a Riverside local restaurant pub that's very popular amongst the locals and all. We do a lot of work here. We're here to come troubleshoot on a little tankless water heater we put in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So let's go check it out. There it is right there. No hot water, huh? I wonder if something happened with the elements. We're gonna have to find out. See, the power's on here. We're getting power. I wonder if something else happened here. All right, so one of our plumbers put this heater in about a few weeks ago, but we had another one of our plumbers that told me this morning that about a week ago he had to get up underneath of this bar, this crawl spot, and change something out on a hot water line. So I'm wondering if that water got drained down and it fried out the element inside of this tankless water heater. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to do some troubleshooting. Try to take those screws off. There it is, right up in there. All right, the number one reason for why a new water heater would not be heating, especially tankless, is if it's dry fried, which means it got plugged in, or it was plugged in and water drained out of there while something was being worked on possibly, and the power was on, it wasn't disconnected, and it fried the element. So we got to try to get that little access panel off of there and get in there and test it with our multimeter and find out if it's burned up or not. I'm laying on my back here because it's the only way I can get up here to take a look at this element. We got the bottom compartment off of this 2.5 gallon A.O. Smith. It's called A.O. Smith Point. So it's point of use. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. All right, so right there is an element. You see it or not? I've got a blue lead that's up there, and I've got a red lead that's over here. I need to take those contacts off of there and get my multimeter and check the ohms just like a regular water heater and find out if that thing got fried or if it might be something else. It's really hard for me to try to show you the readings on the multimeter at the same time as putting the testers in there, but the ohms came up good on here, so it's showing me that the element is still good. There's got to be another reason why this is not getting hot water, so let's keep trying. A.O. Smith 2.5 point, meaning point of use water heater. It runs off 110 because there is no breaker. It's just a plug right here going into the electrical outlet. So I'm going to plug it back in and give it a little bit and see if anything happens. Now this little wire right here is your thermostat sensor. See? Comes out, it's not attached. You can see that or not. It's a little sensor. Senses to tell how hot that water is or not. That baby feels hot. Slides its way back up in there, kind of like that. This is tough to do one-handed. Now there's not a whole lot involved with these little tankless point-of-use water heaters. You got your thermostat that's got the sensor on, and you got your element, which has an anode rod that's attached to it. We've troubleshot stuff, and I've gone ahead and it shows that I got resistance on the element end. Another thing to look for also was if there was some sort of a thermostatic mixing valve on one of the faucets, and I didn't see one, because if there was one of those that was gone bad, it'd cause it maybe not to have as much hot water as what you'd like to do. I've troubleshot just about everything I can on this thing. I'm going to get the serial number and model number, and we're just going to order some new parts for this thing. We'll have a part 2 of this video when we return to come back to do the maintenance on this. Hey, that's all the time we got for this one. Thanks so much for watching the video. be careful when you're working on these little tankless water heaters and stuff, because just like any water heater, this is only 120, 1500 watt kind of deal when it comes to the element and everything. I tested it with the resistance and the ohms, seemed like it was fine, but it can be off. It doesn't matter. I'm not really sure, but thermostat's kind of a little bit, I'm not sure. So we're not even going to mess around anymore today with it. We're going to go ahead and order a new thermostat and a new element in here, and we get the products in. We'll be back for part 2 of working on a tankless water heater. Until next time, this has been Plumbing with Tim. Keep plumbing.